Hello! Today we're making pineapple party. I have my oils all prepared. So now I'm going to go ahead and add my kaolin clay and get everything all mixed up all together. So I've got my stick blender and I blend. And now I'm going to add my sodium hydroxide. Now when I add it, I get my strainer because I had a little bit of lye lint, so I didn't want that to get into my batter. And next, I'm going to go ahead and mix that in. Now I'm adding my titanium dioxide. That's going to color my base white. And then next I'm adding my fragrance oil. For my fragrance oil I'm using white pineapple. That's why this is a pineapple party. Now I'm going to use my embeds, which I made in a previous video. You'll see a little insert of that video right on your screen, and click up above if you want to check out that video on how I made those embeds. So the actual embeds I'm using from that video is my soap balls. So they were so easy and fun to make. So I'm going to add that to my white base. And don't forget, Butter Boost Soap is on social media. So don't forget to check out our Instagram and Twitter feeds. So now what I'm doing is I am just adding random soap balls and layers, so it'll actually come out in random spaces once I cut the bar soap. So I'm doing layers, adding more soap balls in, so it really will be spaced out and in between the soap when I cut them. So I need to make sure I'm just tapping it down to make sure there's no air bubbles, because when I'm adding layers and adding the soap balls, there could be air bubbles, and when the soap hardens, that can result in air pockets. So in order to get rid of that, I just really want to tamp it down, make sure to get all of those air bubbles out before I go ahead and add more layers to the soap. So now here I'm adding my final layer. And with my leftover soap, I decided to put it in a round mold. And that one gets a soap ball too, because I want each of the soaps to have a pineapple party. So the pineapple party is the soap ball. It's hidden inside. Now for my piping, I made my piping ahead of time. I'm using the Ateco 888 tip for the white and the Ateco 352 tip for my green. I wanted to make sure that my piping had enough time to harden, well, to firm up before it was ready to, so it could be ready to use. So I made that ahead of time, and so it was waiting. It had a lot of time to actually become really firm, so it would be easy to pipe. So that I set that aside while I was ready to make the soap. Okay, so now I'm ready to pipe my white, and I really love this piping tip. I really like how it looks I really like the way it comes out. So I went ahead and did 2 layers of that for my bar molds that I would cut. And then for my round mold, I kind of did like a cupcake swirl. Now I'm using melted pour embeds that I painted. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see me or see how I actually paint my embeds. So I'm going to take my pineapple embeds and kind of stick them on top, so that will be the topping of my pineapple party. So I'm just going through and making sure for the bar molds, because those will be sliced, to make sure they're kind of evenly spaced. They kind of weren't, but I did the best that I could. And then I put one on top of the round mold. So now I'm going ahead and using my green piping to add leaves, because I wanted to kind of look like maybe the pineapples are planted so they have leaves coming out. And since this was just a round one, I said, well, maybe this one needs a little more leaves than what I'll actually use on the bar molds. So I'm adding glitter here because I thought I was done, but I actually wasn't done. You'll see, just keep watching what ends up happening to this one. So now I'm just moving on to my bar mold, and I am adding the leaves to each one so you can see which ones will be actually sliced. Each one will have a pineapple with the leaves. And so this is looking great to me. Doesn't that look wonderful? I was really happy about how it turned out. So what I did is I sprayed a little alcohol because I'm using melt and pour and they were dry. I just wanted my glitter to stick because I wanted to look really sparkly, and I just went ahead and added my glitter to finish it off. Wow, that just looks great. It looks awesome. So now I'm going to move on to my round mold, and I'm going to add some more leaves to it because basically at this point I have a lot of green left over, and what else to do with it besides add it to soap. So I just continue adding more leaves. And then I'm using some embeds. These are some flower embeds I made in a previous video. I'll put the link up above again for you so you can check that out. So I'm adding that to this soap, and this soap actually comes out to be my pineapple princess because it has the most leaves. It's got little baby pineapple flowers or pineapples budding out, and it has the main large pineapple in the center, which is the pineapple princess. And again, more glitter. There can't be enough glitter, so I add lots of glitter to this one. And wow, you know, it really came out looking really great. I was really happy with it. Now I waited actually 2 days before I went ahead and cut it. I wanted to make sure it would unmold well. And so this is how my pineapple princess turned out. Really beautiful. It's really nice. I really love it. So that one turned out spectacularly. And now I'm going to go ahead and cut my bar mold. And I just want to let you know I've just hit over 100 subscribers. So look out for a 100 subscriber giveaway coming up soon. So I'm going ahead and cut into this bar soap, and look at that. Here are my embeds. It has the pineapples or the soap balls embedded into it in random spaces. I really like how that turns out. So all of each of the bars, they turn out differently. So some have more, some have less. Each side is different. It really looks very interesting. I really like how this soap has the pineapples on the top, and it kind of looks like the soap balls embedded on the inside. Kind of looks like pineapples just floating around, or maybe they're just having a party inside the soap. You know, you can see some bouncing here, some of them bouncing there, and they're just having their own little party inside the soap. So after it was cut, everything looked really white. The soap turned out really white, but after a few days, maybe a week maybe, the pineapple fragrance part of the soap did darken a little bit. You can kind of see that it's a little different color, but overall it turned out awesome. Look at this. Doesn't this look great? Very beautiful. I love how everything turned out, and especially my pineapple princess. I'd like to thank all of my subscribers, all of you. Thank you so much for subscribing. Don't forget to like, share, and if you haven't, please go ahead and click that subscribe button. I'd like to thank you so much for watching, and goodbye until next time.